Hi folks, this is Phil, and today I'm going to be giving you some insight on a classic cough and cold remedy with a Chinese medical angle on it. So what we're going to do is going to start with tangerine. I'm going to peel this. Like so. Now, tangerine peel, or the aged tangerine peel, is used in Chinese medicine to help regulate the digestive system. But another part of that is helps to regulate dampness. Dampness forms either can come from coughs and colds, it can come from the food that we eat. This dampness stagnates in the body, it congeals, and then it makes it more difficult for our bodily functions to work. So, what we do with this is to dry out. So I'm going to put it on the windowsill. Now, it's perfectly okay to dry that out. Some things you want to be aware of: you want to use unwaxed tangerines. You want to leave it on the windowsill to dry out in hot sun. I do want to use the aged tangerine peel. So in true Blue Peter style, here's some I made earlier. This has gone a lot more solid, it's easier to break. And then I've got some from a few weeks ago that I dried out as well. And you can see on this one, this has become a lot darker now. It's really dried out. So I can have a little nibble and some tangerine whilst we're doing that. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, I'm taking a teapot and there's a strainer inside here. And what I'm going to do is just finely chop this tangerine peel, the older one. We've only got the new one, as long as it's dried out, that's fine. And this is just one small piece, obviously you can scale that up. So that's about, just over a teaspoon's worth. I'm going to put that into the tea strainer. Next up, I've got some fresh ginger. And I'm just going to take a slice of this. Fresh ginger is in the category of herbs which expel wind cold. It's really warm, it's really acrid. What acrid means, it disperses out. So what that can help to do when we've caught cold is to drive it out of our system. And you can get that sense with ginger. When you eat it, it gives you this slightly warming sensation inside your digestive system. What we're going to do is take a grater. Now we've grated this ginger down. Get as much as we can out of here. And I'll place that into our teapot as well. Then we're going to take some boiled water. I'm going to pour that over the orange peel and the ginger as well. Okay, so while the orange and ginger is steeping in the boiling water, what we're going to do is take a lemon. And just soften that up, make it a bit easier to get the juice out. And what we're going to do is slice that in half. And then I'm going to slice this. Right now, for sort of 1 cup of this, we're going to use about 1/4 of a lemon. I'm going to place that as a cocktail shaker. Use anything with a big enough base, essentially. Then what we're going to do is take some honey. You're best off using locally sourced honey. Help out your local bee population, but also because we're more acclimatized and accustomed to the pollen of the trees that surround us. Honey has got these great antiviral, antibacterial properties, which can really help our immune system. In Chinese medical terms, honey has a sort of a nourishing effect. It's quite sweet in flavour, and it can help to restore the fluids in the lungs after we've had a dry cough. We're going to combine that honey in the cocktail shaker with the lemon juice, with the lemon. I'm going to take a little bit of warm water and then take this rolling pin. I'm going to muddle this together. The sourness of the lemon has this binding, drawing in effect. So what we're really doing here from a Chinese herbal medicine perspective, the sourness is drawing in. The sweetness of the honey is building and nourishing, and then we've got the acridness of the ginger, and we've got the slight bitterness of the orange peel. Okay, so now that we've muddled together the lemon and the honey, I've got one of these filter cups. I'm going to tip in the lemon and honey. It's okay for the peel to go in there as well. Then what I'm going to do is take some fresh mint. In Chinese medical terms, we call mint bohe. Bohe is cooling and acrid. So Shengjiang ginger is warming and acrid. So we're going to balance out the cooling and warming of the two different herbs there. I'm taking 3 fairly large leaves here, and I'm just going to tear those up into small pieces. And then we're going to drop that to our cup. Really fragrant. Okay, so once we've left a teapot with our ginger and orange peeling, what we're going to do is take that and pour it over the mint leaves and the lemon and the honey. And then we'll just let that sit for a little bit longer. So you can see in there, you've got honey and lemon settled at the bottom. Got mint floated in there, and then the lemon peel. And what we're going to do is remove this, let the water leak out. And there you have it, a Chinese medical take on a classic cold and flu remedy.